Good evening. It is like 6:30 on Friday evening. So I'm kicking off this week's vlog. I don't actually know what I'm doing this week. The plan for this week's vlog was to read my last instalment of my Do I Know My Own reading taste and reading my 5-star predictions. However, this afternoon I got told, and I'm very excited by this, I got told that I am working on Defiant by Brandon Sanderson, which is book 4 in the Skyward series. Now, I have read books 1 and 2 of Skyward. I haven't read the short stories, the novellas, and I haven't read book 3, Cytonic. So I need to get those books read. Ideally by this weekend. So I've got this amount of pages to read, if not this weekend, then quite early within next week. I think the campaign I'm doing, Defiant, will need to be started. I know it's out next week, so I think we're planning on getting kick-off by the end of the month, which means I need to have read them quickly because then I need to read Defiant and get everything sort of done on that one within the next fortnight, to be totally honest. So this might become a Brandon Sanderson reading vlog. I want to like finish off my 5-star predictions, but I might roll that vlog idea into December and instead actually read the anticipated books that I wanted to read last week. So I've got Wildfire, Golden Enclaves and Swordcatcher, actually in that order as well. So I might read those 3 this week instead. I have also got a selection of manga that I want to read. These aren't so important, but I've got a work project that I'm doing for the start of December, and I want to include a manga book in there. Basically it's if you like this graphic novel, you should read these graphic novels, comics, and I want to include manga just to kind of like cover it all. But I've never read a manga. And the one that I would like to read is Dick Fight Island because, you know, I am that kind of filthy person. But I definitely can't recommend Dick Fight Island in this work project. So I think it's either, realistically, it's probably going to be Death Note. But the 3 I want to read, just decide which one I like best, is Death Note, One Piece and Flying Witch. Just to kind of like, because I feel like I can't recommend something if I've not read it. So I just want to kind of like read through those 3 as well. I don't think they're going to take me very long. Like I'll probably get them, all 3 of them read within a couple of hours. But yeah, I've got quite a lot that I need to read this week that isn't the 5-star predictions. So I think I will roll those ones over to next week, unfortunately, because I do really want to finish off that vlog series. I've got 4 books left on my 5-star prediction list that I know. I've got a Wob and Hob. I'm not reading that. I think I've got 5 out of the 12 books then on my 5-star prediction list that I haven't read yet. And I would like to at least try and get a couple more of them read just to see sort of, do I know my own tastes? So far in that series, it's been, I can't remember actually, it's been fairly good. But yeah, so that is the intro to this vlog. I'm sorry, that was very rambly. TLDR, I don't know what I'm reading this week, so I will catch up with you when I start. Good morning. So my plans for today is a Sunday, and I'm going to make myself my hanging Christmas tree out of sticks that I found while walking the dog. So I'm going to show you what I'm working with here. I'm just going to show you what I'm working with. So I have a pile of sticks, and these ones I've made into a vague kind of Christmas tree shape. I've got some string, a glue gun, sandpaper. So my plan is I'm going to like sand all of these down just so they're not too, like, you've got lots of twigs and bits sticking out here. I don't want to lose like the lichen and like the colours on these. And then I'm going to basically kind of tie them together with the string and the glue gun. And then hopefully it should hang. Like I said the other night, oh, I've got to actually update you. Hang on. Let me find a big. Oof. Working on the floor is hard work, you know, guys, for these old knees. So yesterday I read the first novella in Skyward Flight, which was called, don't know, Sunreach. I liked that one. I'm gonna rate the whole book rather than each one individually. But I liked that one. It followed FM. We're back with the Skyward Flight in from like the first series. So, and it basically was kind of just showing like what had happened, I guess, while Spencer's been away. The whole plot revolved around the slugs, like Doom Slug, but which I loved, and I loved kind of seeing more of them, which was brilliant. I'm reading Death Note at the moment. Basically, I want to alternate a short story and a manga, although I realised that I've got to read the first two of these, then Cytonic, then number 3. So I'm basically going to read the next short story in here, then read One Piece and Flying Witch, move on to Cytonic, just because I want to get those mangas done before I finish off my Brandon Sanderson reading. But I'm going to finish off Death Note, move back to the second book in Skyward Flight. Then like I was saying yesterday, I'm working on Defiant by Brandon Sanderson, so I need to get myself caught up, and I need to get myself caught up quickly. I feel like that is possible. They are quick reads. In an ideal world, I would have reread books 1 and 2, and I didn't know we were going to be working on Defiant, or that I would be working on Defiant. So I haven't, like, my plan was I have got Defiant pre-ordered, but my original plan was I wouldn't be reading it this month, but I would probably in like January or in the new year sometime read the whole series, like reread books 1 and 2 and read the whole series. But obviously I'm not doing that now. And to be honest, I'm not minding it because we've got the novellas. It kind of reminds me back of what happened in book 1 rather than rather than picking up the story. It's kind of a nice refresher without being repetitive. So I'm enjoying it. But I'm going to start sanding my twigs and making my hanging tree. I have no idea how this is going to work. I'm making this.
Full of bedraggled blue and white wildflowers, fooled by the weather into blooming late and not very well, stuck out of a yellow vase with a broken neck between a pair of brown pottery cups on the table. The only other spot of colour was a green-striped song sparrow in a wicker cage. Elaine was nursing it for a broken wing. She had tried her small skill with healing on another bird, but songbirds at least were too small to survive the shock. No complaining, she told herself firmly. Aes Sedai lived a little better, novices and servants a little worse, and Gareth Bryn's soldiers slept on the ground most often. What can't be changed must be endured. Linny used to say that all the time. Well, Salidar held small enough comfort, and no luxury, and no coolness either. Pulling her shift away from her body, she blew down her friend. We want to be there ahead of them, Nynaeve. You know how they go on if they have to wait. Not a breath of breeze stirred, and the parched air seemed to pull perspiration from every pore. There must be something that could be done about the weather. Of course, if there was, Seafolk Windfinders would probably already have done it, but she still might think of something. If only the Aes Sedai would give her time enough away from Terangrial. As accepted, she supposedly could take her studies where she wanted, but if they thought I could eat and show them how to make Terangrial at the same time, I wouldn't have a minute to myself. At least, and despite their simple appearance.
Okay, so my plan is I'm just kind of twisting these over just to kind of put them in position, and then I will glue them in place once I'm happy with it. Anyway, I'm going to stop trying to film and craft. Come back in a minute. So this is what my twig tree will look like. So I think there is going to be a front and a back, because you can see I have got just large clumps of glue. I kept on having the very intelligent idea to like prod the glue and like shape it, and then kept on burning my fingers because, you know, I'm a smart one. I don't like that you go down that side, but up on the other side. I don't like that twig. I mean, it's too late now, isn't it? But yeah, that's my twig tree. I'm thinking maybe, I'm thinking little twinkle lights, but I don't know whether to follow up and down the string or go across the twigs. I think I want to keep it with only lights on, just to kind of keep it quite simple, because I feel like if I then put like baubles and stuff on, it's going to be a little bit over the top. I might put like a star or something up at the top, but I don't know yet. I haven't decided that far ahead. But yeah, that was today's crafty project. And hello. I guess I should get back to reading. But yeah, I think the plan for this vlog, as I said, Brandon Sanderson, mangas, and then I'm probably just going to read some favourites. This is going to be pretty much just a standard reading vlog. I don't think I'm going to have a theme this week, because I don't think I'm going to have time to read the books that I wanted to read that were within the theme that I wanted to do. So I'm going to head back to reading, and I will catch up with you when I've got an update. Hello, it is Tuesday evening, it's about 9 p.m. So, reading update. I have finished the second short story in Skyward Flight, which was Redawn. So now I need to start Cytonic, and then the third short story comes after Cytonic. So, Redawn. Didn't like it as much as the first one, whose name I've already forgotten. Sunreach. It was, so Redawn followed Alanik, who was the alien that crash landed on the planet Defiant at the end of Skyward, and it's kind of the catalyst for why Spencer left Defiant and kind of like moved on to, it's not called Defiant, Detrius, and moved like onto basically all of the plot of book 2. It was a lot of fighting, like again, I see how it's fitting in with like an overarching plot, and I kind of think that these are most likely essential reading. I don't feel, with the plot that's included in these, I feel like if you didn't read these short stories, you're probably not going to understand what's happening in the main plot. I don't know, because I haven't like got to Cytonic yet, or yeah, my assumption is that like there's a lot of information, a lot of plot development in these short stories. Yeah, so I am, like I said, I'm gonna rate the 3 short stories as like one book, but I would say like the first one was probably like a sort of 3.5. I really enjoyed the characters, I enjoyed learning about the slugs. Second one's probably nearer a 3, maybe slightly lower. Possibly like a 2.5 to 3. It just felt like a lot of fighting for the sake of fighting, rather than like actually developing the plot. So that's me with Skyward Flight for now. I'm moving on to Cytonic in a minute. But before I start Cytonic, I read volume 1 of One Piece. I've literally just read this in the last half an hour. I don't like it. It's really stupid. Yeah, so we're following Luffy, who is our main character. He's eaten the fruit of the gum tree and now is a rubber man. It's really stupid. He wants to be king of the pirates, and he basically just like picks fights with people, and that's about it. Yeah, I did not enjoy this. I mean, I've said it a few times, but I just thought it was stupid. I didn't think it was entertaining. I didn't think there was any kind of like intelligent plot line in it. It was just dumb. It felt like slapstick, and slapstick is like the form of comedy that I just think is stupid. I don't find it amusing. Yeah, I didn't think this was very good at all. Apologies to all of the One Piece fans. I know there are many and many of them, but I am not going to be joining your ranks. So before I start reading Cytonic, I am going to very quickly read Flying Witch Volume 1. Don't know why I'm holding it upside down like that. Really enjoyed. I gave Death Note 4 stars. Flying Witch, I'm hoping is gonna be good. I feel like it's gonna be cute and cozy, so I'm hoping that I'm going to enjoy it. this might actually fit better with the video that I'm planning. But yes, I'm going to read this one. I'll then jump back on and, I mean, let's be honest, it's tiny. I'll jump back on for like half an hour or so and give you my thoughts, and then I'm going to be starting Cytonic. So I will see you. Hello, it is 15 minutes later. I finished reading Flying Witch. This was super cute. So we are following Makoto, who has kind of gone to like her cousin's house to, well, like is now living with like her cousin as like a break from learning to be a witch, I think. Finishing off her training but going back to high school or something. That wasn't a very good description, but to be honest, didn't entirely understand what was happening throughout. It kind of felt like I was, even though this is volume 1, it kind of felt like I was starting midway through like a series. Felt like I kind of missed something. Like the first, I will show you like the first page. Is 6 years since the last mystery, which does make me wonder, am I missing something? But I did like this. I would probably give this one like a 3-star, maybe 3.5. I liked it. It was very, very cute. And like a super quick fun. I mean, it literally took me 15 minutes to read. Super quick, fun read. But yeah, cute. Anyway, I'm going to, I don't know, it's 9:30. I might not start reading Cytonic tonight. I might watch a bit of TV and just chill out before I go to bed in like an hour or so. So I will see you when I catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it's Wednesday evening. I figured I should jump in, well, I look like a boiled egg, and give you an update on what I'm reading. So last night, after I finished reading the mangas and everything, get all of my books in the right place here, I should have started reading Cytonic. I did not. Instead, I started reading Wildfire. I started this last night. I'm currently 224 pages in. It's really, really fucking good. It is exactly kind of what I need right now. Just like a very smutty romance, just to kind of like palate cleanse from all of the sci-fi and the fantasy. I still need to read this beast, and honestly, I don't want to. The problem is that I know if I stop reading Wheel of Time, like if I fall behind on the Wheel of Time along, I will never pick this series up again. So I kind of need to keep up with it, or I am never going to finish that series. But I'm at book 6, which is the start of the slump. So yeah, when I finish Wildfire, which will probably be tonight, I think I really need to read Wheel of Time. I really don't want to, but I need to. For some reason, best known to Audible, the audiobook version that I've got of Wheel of Time just cuts out all the time. So it's really difficult to listen to it on audio, because it's sort of literally, it plays like half a chapter and then it just crashes, and I'm like, and I don't know if it's audio, if it's Audible, or if it's the book, or if it's my phone, but yeah, it's struggling. So I think I'm going to finish Wildfire. I think I am then going to pick back up Wheel of Time. Probably. It does depend on when, because I might just stop reading altogether and watch TV. And see how we're doing. But yeah, I'm going to go back to reading Wildfire. It's really good. Hello, it is Thursday night. It's about 9 p.m. And I just thought I would jump in and end this vlog. So yesterday finished reading Wildfire. I literally read it in like pretty much one day. It's incredible. I loved it. So good. 5 stars. I thought it was as good as Icebreaker, if not a teensy bit better. And I say teensy bit better because I really, really liked the ending, whereas the epilogue of Wildfire, whereas the epilogue of Icebreaker, really disliked. So yeah, read that one, finished it, loved it. I think I've had quite a good reading week this week. So I've read some of Skyward Flight. I don't remember what else I've read. Oh, I read all the mangas and Wildfire. I feel like, did I finish the heroes in this vlog? I don't know. Basically, can't really remember what I've read this week, but I feel like I've read quite a bit. I don't really have anything else to add, so I'm gonna, yeah, that's it. That's it. I have nothing else to add. So yeah, I've got nothing else really to add. So I'm going to round this vlog off. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've read any of the books that I have read in this video and what you thought of them. And I will see you in the next one.